Skip, just walk us through from your vantage point what was working for David out there today.
His fastball command and his slider, and just trying to keep those guys off balance as much as you can. Like he said, getting strike one was really huge for him, and then trying to locate a pitch after that. And I thought his changeup was good late. At times he threw some curveballs off of sliders that were really good as well.
Okay. Josh?
Josh Cow with All Sooners. Skip, can you just talk about the value that Jimmy brings to this team, both obviously his bat and also just the reliable glove behind the plate, and also kind of massaging the pitchers through games all throughout this run?
Well, I think it's missed from what the catching standpoint. I mean, the leadership that he provides, the comfort when he goes to the mound and either chews their butt out or gets them fired up or makes them execute pitches. I think that leadership from the catching standpoint is what is really needed. We've had guys in the past, I've had guys in the past that were really good at that, and we work really hard on that as a staff to teach that. Coach Overcash works with the catcher and does a great job at teaching that leadership quality, and those guys really, they know that Jimmy cares about them because they know he'll put his body in front of it, he'll play hurt. He's just a baseball player. He's, and he's a prospect too.
Mitch Kutcher, CBS 247. Coach, how crucial is it for you, for David, or for you and the team, for David to pitch his way out of the fourth after giving up the back-to-back hits?
Yeah, I listened to what whoever said about the fourth inning. I think he was really, really executing pitches in that inning. I mean, you look at all the guys that are really good in pitching, and it's really the only thing you can control is throwing the ball at the target and executing the pitch. You can't control the outcome. You might be able to think you control the outcome, but if you're trying to make those guys swing and miss, they don't swing. And I thought that was, for him to focus like that in the middle of a game in that environment, was a high, elite level of focus and concentration and execution of pitches.
Skip, John Hoover, All Sooners. Can you describe the importance of David's performance today as it relates to how your starting pitching sets up, avoids tomorrow, for instance, and then obviously keeps your bullpen fresh for the rest of the weekend?
I mean, it's huge. I mean, now Bennett can go on a full week's rest. They're used to doing that. Anytime you get them off that, you kind of worry about it a little bit. We actually threw a bullpen for Bennett just in case he had to throw tomorrow, just to stay ahead of the game. And then Horton will have a full game's rest of going into his outing, probably the second game. And then we'll just get a cowboy hat and pull names out of it after that and go from there.
That fourth inning, Coach, I know you talked a little bit about it already, but it looked like David's maybe his release point, he was kind of high on those curveballs, leaving them upstairs, and Jimmy wouldn't talk to him. And just how impressive is it for him to kind of correct that and come back and strike all those guys out and kind of adjust and pitch the way he did the rest of the way?
Well, you get in that situation, it's really not about mechanics. It's just about your mental side of executing a pitch one pitch at a time. And you don't want to talk about mechanics. It gets away from just executing a pitch. But that's the leadership Jimmy showed to execute the pitch one pitch at a time. I mean, that level of focus, what he did after that, really him releasing the pitch and getting to the next pitch. It's 100% of what you got to get to the next pitch. In control yourself. And we talk about that a lot. And I don't know if I've seen all year long, an execution of what he did. I mean, it was pretty fun to watch.
Okay, Edward.
Thank you. Finally. Eddie Radosevich, Soonerscoop.com. Just as far as how fitting is it that it's a guy named David that goes out and does what he does today, and how special is this group just to you personally?
Yeah, I mean, it's really special, man. A guy named David, and that's really what started this deal. It started with a line spike at the beginning of the year, then it's transitioned to David and being just a bunch of Davids, and really proud of those guys. They really have been selfless. I mean, Chaz is biting at the bullet to go down in the bullpen. You could see him getting ready for the whatever inning it was. It was going in the seventh, and we had a list of guys that we were going to use him in that list. And then when it got to the eighth inning, I was going to go with Trevin because the matchups were better for Trevin than it was for Chaz, and he hadn't thrown, and Chaz is one of our better arms. And you got to keep telling those guys, hey, finish, keep looking at it, keep working at it, keep dreaming, doing all those little bitty things that get those guys out there on the mound.
For more information, you can visit TulsaWorld.com.